Yes, I'm of course very proud. I think our first ever win on Premier League level here as a club at Old Trafford. I think first win here since more or less 4 decades in the league. Feels of course outstanding, especially under the circumstances. Crunch time period of the season, a bit under pressure. Playing the last fixture of the game day, we also didn't have the easiest week. Key players out: Anton Stach, Joe Roden, Daniel James, also several other key players had a difficult week in terms of training. Gabi Gudmundsson, Jakob Joel, Noah Okafor. Just 2 days of team training. I was a bit reluctant to put them all into the starting lineup today, but because so many were already missing, I took the risk, and thank God I did this because they've delivered in an excellent way. I think the key was today to be brave and to play on the front foot, because if you just try to park the bus and just try to survive somehow and suffer here, there's no chance to travel away with points at Old Trafford. We wanted to dominate as many periods as possible, also in possession, and I think we were brave in our pressing. First half was excellent. When I think about the chance of Dominic, of Pascal, of AO, we could have been easily 3 or 4 now up, didn't allow, apart from one strike, I think anything for Man U. Excellent first half. Also started really well into the second half. But of course, also like we're not the finished end product. We're a newly promoted side. We're not immaculate. Sometimes we are there, here and there with a mistake. And on the other side, there's a top class side. We're sitting in position 3. Have won all the home games under Michael Carrick. We're focused on this game. They could bring quality players from the bench. Of course, it could be sometimes tricky, especially if you concede such a bit unnecessary set-piece goal out of second phase, where we could have been a bit more switched on the far post. We missed too many of our chances on the second half. Could have buried the game before, and then it's always like you have to dig into the last moment in order to win this game. But I think there's no doubt that we deserve today to win this game and to have this excellent night for everyone who's connected with Leeds United, and of course a massive step forward in terms of points also to achieve our goals. Yes.
Creating chances have been a little bit difficult for the last few Premier League games before this one. It felt like tonight you created loads, even though you missed them. Is that encouraging ahead of the run-in?
Yes, but also a bit a sign of our season. This game today, but even today, I think we could have been more effective, in, especially also in the opponent's box. When I think about the last games, sometimes we didn't score, but we have missed so many top chances. Also against sides like Man City, anyhow, like we've missed penalties. Obviously, we also had to play sometimes a game more than 45 minutes under load. That's also not so easy to create as a promoted side. But overall, I think key is the consistency that the players are showing in terms of performances over, I would say, the whole season. We had 1 or 2 games where we had no chance. It was against Arsenal when they were in their prime, more or less. Apart from this, we make out of every game a tight game. We are not perfect. We are not immaculate. We are not the finished product. We miss too many chances. We concede sometimes goals where we shouldn't concede. So, but if we would be perfect in this terms, we would fight for the Champions League anyhow. I think performance-wise, we're on the top level and also on a good path in terms of points right now.
I think the assumption was you'd come and sit in your 5-4-1 shape and deny them space and ask them to break you down. And as you say, you came out and played on the front foot and were very positive. Was there confidence in the team then and among the staff in the days before the game for giving you the ability to go and play like that?
I told them we travel here in order to win. Not just to, if the outcome is the end, the point, everyone knows it's a valuable point and a priceless point in our situation. But I told them, listen, key will be to be brave, to play on the front foot. We had a clear plan what we wanted to do. Then let's execute it in a perfect way from the tactical point of view. But more important was they had this plan also in their hearts and souls and believed in it and were confident and brave. And I think this was the key today, because if you just come here and try to work on how to be solid and how to make the life difficult in terms of creating chance for Man United, then you have no chance. You have to play on the front foot. And this is also always in our DNA, of course. As a promoted side, it's not that easy to show this in each and every Premier League fixture, but today we've shown also what we're capable of, and I think in the end, well deserved win.
Everybody put a shift in, everybody played their part in tonight's win, but in the first half, especially Noah and Gabi seemed to be a real key outlet for you in exploiting Man United down that side.
Yes, perhaps we have to save them even a bit more during the weeks and just let them play. But it just works if you do this perhaps for 1 week. So overall, they have a really good fitness level. Especially also Gabi has played many games, and for that, I was not too concerned about him. My concerns were a bit more about Noah. Yeah, they were excellent. So Noah has a bit this X factor, what you don't find that often in a promoted side. He brings this to our game. But what I like, especially about him, also like his attitude, his workload against the ball is improving, is way better than the beginning of the season. His fitness level is way better. And then if you do so, if you show this mentality, you work for the team, then you can also shine on the individual personal level. And of course, to have the instinct to be in the right positions today, to be there with top finishing situations is crucial. Gabi has a great ability to go forward anyway, but also today good defending was needed against top players, different type of players. Ahmad, Mbeumo later on, so he need to put a shift in, and I'm happy that he was able to deliver each and every segment.
Thank you.
Daniel, it seems you've got a bit of a knack of creating history. Obviously, record points tally last year, first FA Cup semi-final, 39 years now, first win at Old Trafford in 45 years in the league. How much, we saw your reaction at full time, how much does it mean to you to give these memories to the,
And we still create, we work a little bit on to get rid of this old narrative. And Leeds are falling apart again, that we always crumble when it really counts. It feels like when it really matters, we deliver under pressure. Last season, not just this season, but also not last season. And in the crunch time period, in the key periods, nothing is achieved yet. So for that, I'm far away of not staying humble, not staying grounded, being overconfident, and celebrate ourselves. Already, so I'm proud of this win, and we take confidence out of this, but we don't forget where we're coming from, and because on Premier League level the momentum can change pretty quickly. We have to stay on it, and for that I don't want to celebrate too much that we have created something really historical. I know we have achieved several records also last season, record goal difference, record points, record goals, and in all what matters. We're on a really good path also like to establish us right now on Premier League level again, but we want to keep going. We can celebrate us in the summer break if we keep going like this, but right now not before, because I'm pretty aware also like that even the end of the season momentum can change, and we have to keep going. And I know that on Saturday will be probably one of our most difficult games during the whole season, because the expectations are high in the home game right now. To win, I predict it will be a very difficult game, and for that my focus is already like to make sure that we also deliver points in the next game.
one of the key moments was obviously the red card. I don't know if you've seen it back. Do you think it was the right decision?
Have not seen it back during the game. The feeling was there was a foul on Dominic, but I haven't seen it back. I just guess that if the VAR says, listen, you have to break the game and you have to watch the scene, it's a clear red card, and then the referee goes out and watches it back, has time to watch it and gives the red card, and I'm pretty sure it was the right decision. If I'm honest, I was not really happy about the red card, because we were so far the better side and we're so much in control. And I know it sounds sometimes a bit strange, but such a situation can change the momentum of the game. And we didn't have any problems being 2-0 up. And this is what sometimes happens. And the team in underload wakes the stadium up, fires also the opponent up, and then a bit out of coincidence, they score in underload the first goal, and then you're getting a bit nervous. This is exactly what happened. I didn't have a bad feeling during the game that we would be under huge pressure, but I wouldn't say it was like a key moment in our favor. It could have been nearly a key moment in the other side, because before we were so much in control. But I can't really tell you if it was a red card or not. For that, I need to watch the scene back before.
Stuart?
Daniel, if you'd been told at the start of the season you'd go into your crunch time with 36 points, what do you think your reaction would have been?
Would have said pretty good, because in the last season 36 points would have been always enough to stay in this league, and know that all the promoted sides in the last seasons were straight away relegated back up, and we haven't spent that much money like other sides have done in the last years. Would have been pretty delighted, but I wouldn't have signed it. I never signed just for whatever 30. What do we have? 32 game days, 36 points. I play each and every game to win it, and for that I don't just want a perfect outcome. I also want to enjoy the ride a little bit, and I want to win football games, and would have preferred to have even more points. I think performance-wise, we should be on way more points anyhow, if we would have shown a bit more effectiveness in both boxes. But of course, to be there FA Cup semi-final and as a promoted side on a good path also to save our status. You can't complain too much about it, but we want to make sure that we can really celebrate in the end and enjoy the summer break fully, and we will just do this if we achieve our goals completely.
And apologies if you've already been asked this, but what will this do for your confidence, the manner of the win, the fact you've won away from home?
There's no replacement for wins, and each every good performance, each every win is good for the mood, good for the dressing room, good for the table, great for the confidence, of course. But we also have to make sure that we don't lose the ground anyhow. So the key today was our workload, our input. If we give 1% less than as a promoted side, we don't have a chance to win points in this league. We don't have the players like some other teams, also like our opponent today, who can cut easily in a 1-against-1 situation the opponent into pieces. We have to be there always with a perfect game plan, with good tactical behavior. We have to put a shift in, we have to run more, fight more, work more than the opponent. Our game plan has to be more on it. The execution has to be more precise. Then we have a chance. Anyhow, if we start to be big time or think, okay, we are better than we are, then we have no chance. And for that, good for the confidence, yes, but I will also make sure that we're not overconfident.
Sam?
Daniel, Michael Carrick's just been in here and he's absolutely seething at the red card. I'm sure there'll be instances when you've been not happy about decisions as well. As an opposition manager, do you kind of think, well, even if it did go for us, we've had things that go against us anyway, so I'm not getting involved in that. Is that how it is for a manager? You just have to kind of accept that some days it doesn't go for you and some days it does.
Yes, of course. I'm also always like to show in each every moment also some class and not to be too on it. But we're all human beings. We're all no robots, and of course emotions are sometimes high. And you say something what you perhaps in a calm mood 2 days later you wouldn't say that much. There were also incidents when I would say several incidents when I was really unhappy with decisions anyhow, and sometimes you also have to get it from the chest and speak about it. Michael has done an amazing job so far. I think he's won each of your home game so far, and I think he knows also like there were 100% also 1 or 2 reasons anyhow, but they can improve in order to win the game of football. But I also think that he has also realized that he faced today a really, really strong opponent who has delivered a really good performance. And again, I think the red card, as far as I've not watched the scene back, perhaps he has watched it back and he's right. I can't really tell you, but I wouldn't say it was a key moment in our favor. It could have been really a key moment against us because the run of the game changed after this a little bit.
Daniel, you talked a lot about speaking to your players about being front foot in a game like this. How have they kind of embraced that challenge? Because the position you found yourselves in before this game, understand maybe if they were maybe a bit nervous or maybe really trying to stay in this league, but how have they responded to that challenge?
Obviously really good if you have a look at the performance and also the result anyhow. So I've got great characters, and the good thing is it's not just to speak about it. It's more like, we play on the front foot, Man Utd, and we take it to them, and then you win a game of football. You have to prepare it from the technical point of view, have to be good on the details, explain the plan, work on it during the training sessions. And we didn't allow ourselves 1 day off in the last days. It was complicated to prepare for it, but then also like you need to not just to somehow try to execute. You need the players to believe in it and to believe what you say, and somehow they have listened and also believed in what I've said, and by doing this they were able to deliver such a performance.
I know you will be very much focused on yourselves, but you would have seen the other teams, their performances, their results over the weekend. They would have undoubtedly watched your team's performance tonight. What impact do you think that could have in the coming weeks, them seeing such a performance like that?
Yeah, I can't speak about other teams. I just can speak about us, and our focus is really just on us. So we are not at all distracted by other performances. Otherwise, would have been nervous today, playing more or less the last game of the game day. And I don't expect other teams right now more or less like to raise a white flag. Not at all. So for that, I can't speak about other teams. For us, it doesn't matter who performs in which way on a different level. We just know. We are concentrated, we are the ones who influence our outcome, and if we keep going in this way in the upcoming 6 games, we have the chance also to win the points that we need in order to stay in this league, and this is all that matters for us.
Anyone else? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you very much.